अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्रीमद्रामानुजाचार्यं पार्थसारथिसद्गुरुं श्रीमन्नल्लाञ्चक्रवर्तिकृष्णमाचार्यदेशिकं श्रीमद्रघुनाथाचार्यं नानाशास्त्रविशारदं श्रीमन्महामरङ्गण्टि श्रीरङ्गाचार्यपण्डितं श्रीमदभिनवव्यासं कन्दाडवंशसम्भवं श्रीमदप्पलाचार्यमार्यं रामायणशिरोमणिं श्रीमत्सन्तानगोपालाचार्यं आम्नाय पारगं श्रीवेङ्कटार्य अप्पकुण्डार्य मार्यौ पितामहौ द्वौ तापसौ श्रीमद्वेङ्कटाचार्यमस्मद्भ्रातरं चिन्तितार्धदं वारं वारं नमाम्यहं भक्त्या गुरुपरम्पराम्. ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवम् उपास्महे. My salutations to those dispellers of darkness of innocence and bestowers of intelligence. I salute reverentially some other great scholars who I have not seen but I was inspired by them. That is one late Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, late C. Rajagopalachari, late R.K. Narayan. These three personalities have inspired me. They have driven me crazy after English literature with their works, especially one more. Of the past generation, my grandfather's grandparents, they'll be knowing, Right Honorable Srinivasa Shastri, who had delivered 30 lectures on the Ramayana in Mylapore or some other place in Madras during 1947 or 48. That book also paved the path for me for higher endeavors. I am indebted to them. And I had a chance to meet two other great stalwarts, and I had the golden opportunity to interact with them almost for 2 hours in 1970-71 when I was a student in Sri Vayan College, Narsapur. During Silver Jubilee function, they were invited as chief guests on 2 different days. One is K.R. Srinivas Iyengar. He was the then Vice Chancellor of Andhra University, an excellent orator in 3 languages. And the next day, Professor or Dr. P.L.N. Sharma sir, he was from Usmania University, later worked as principal for Nizam College, Hyderabad, and I had the opportunity to meet him later again personally in 96-97. So those 2 people also had given me a new perspective in the frame of English literature, and I am blessed to be blessed by them, really. So with this, I switch over to the topic under discussion with the title Tkvr Alps RD, Telkicharla Kandala Vedic Repertory or Temple Kiosk of Vedic Relics, Alps RD. Before continuing the earlier topic of discussion, I want to remind you of one aspect. Every time, whenever chance is there, I am saying, please communicate about this program to your friends if you like anything good in this one. Suppose if any amendments are to be made, if certain things are to be checked, or for improvement, if any suggestions are there, please leave it to me. Why? I am not acting humility and modesty. I am wholeheartedly appealing to you people because in one of the dramas of Shakespeare, some quotation that was given to our people by our teacher, Sri Apparao Garu. It is from, I think, the Winter's Tale of Shakespeare. One good deed dying tongueless slaughters 1,000 waiting upon that event. Yes. Once again, I tell you, after all, I'm a mathematics teacher. But ever since my childhood, I dreamt of literature. I want to be some special figure in literature. But in those days, that is 1965 to 1979, most of the people who have done literature, that is MA English, MA Sanskrit, MA Telugu, they could not get a daily bread also in their professions. Only when intermediate board has made compulsory or optional second language Sanskrit, and the Sanskrit can be, the examination can be given in English medium also, then a turning point was there for Sanskrit teachers. I remember a great scholar who have 4 or 5 daughters and only one son, and he used to give lectures in Shankarmat in those days, 74, 76 in those days. And once this intermediate course has introduced like that, doing part-time jobs as a Sanskrit lecturer, he saw that all his children are well settled and his son have completed BE in chemical engineering in REC Varangal present day NIT. Like that I have seen. So I had no chance to go through that coursework in literature. I am compelled to join mathematics, but I started loving mathematics because of my professors. Their especially the language, the analysis, the presentation, and the application part of it, etc. So I salute all those people. That's why I am saying, if something is good in this program, please see that that is communicated to more number of people, right? And let younger generation, next generation people pick up this as just an element to guide them or to goad them to go through the literature and try to develop in their field with their own method, utilizing these facts and figures. And at the same time, an appeal to modern generation, never criticize Indian system, Indian school of philosophy, tradition as you like, being carried away by misconceptions of Indian tradition and pseudo doctrines that are presented by the people who are influenced by other cultures, and they appear to be catering the needs of the modern generation. No, they are filling up their pockets, they are increasing their bank balances with all these things. Please remember that one. And with this introduction, I shall switch over to the topic now. In Indian system, many people feel, our people only feel odd for one thing. According to our Indian system, each being, either living or dead, or animate or inanimate, the being is known as a Pashu, beast, and the Lord Supreme is known as a Pasupati. That's why people will be rallying upon the concept, saying that how can you compare a human being with a beast? He is 100 times better than any beast you observe, with excellent faculties, with excellent talent and other things also. How can you? Yes, definitely. Definitely. A human being cannot be compared to the beast, because the beast will feel sorry that he is taken as a comparison. How? You are using a tiger skin for your meditation purpose, spreading as a seed. Can a human being's skin can be used like that? No. You will be having beautiful nails. You will have to polish. You will be polishing them, and you'll be gradually seeing that they grew larger and larger. And Guinness records, you may say that so and so nail is 22 centimeters long. But once that nail is cut off, you cannot keep that one in your showcase. You have to throw it in the dustbin because it is not useful. It is not at all useful, and it is going to create some nonsense in the home. But tiger's claw is there. That will be taken. It will be embedded in a golden locket. You will be wearing it, and Puriguru Patakam, you will say that. So, your nail is useless, but a bee's nail is so precious. Suppose your teeth are plucked, tooth is plucked. You will not be keeping as a memory in your showcase or something like that. You have to throw it in dustbin. But the teeth, that is the trunks of an elephant, I need not say. You can think of Veerappan and other people, how they earn money with the trunks and all those things. Similarly, a bird's blood, pigeon's blood, it is useful as a medicine for paralysis and other diseases. But your blood, once it comes out of your body, if it is given to some other patient, at times it is giving a negative effect of that one. So, no use at all. Yes, when you are combing your hair, suppose it drops, you have to throw in dustbin. So, it is not of any use. Such a beautiful hair, you collect it and have a coat with hair strips like that. No. But you are taking a fur of a lamb or a particular beast in Himalayan mountains, and you are having a sweater with that one. Now you think of how we can compare a human being with a beast. Beast is 200 times better than any human being except for only one quality. Yes, it is also having senses. It is also having faculties. It can also think. It can also remember. Remember, memory power. Bees will be having more memory power than human beings. Do you know the reason? Scientifically, I am suggesting you. Our eyes are horizontally placed, and whatever observe, it will be vertically seen. So you have to adjust the aperture just like in camera with it. But for animals, what happens? The eyes will not be horizontal. They will be slant in their face, and automatically that picture will be adopted very quickly, and they can remember. For birds, it will be round, so more excellent. So like this. So however, why the human being is called Pashu? Why the creatures are called Pashu? Pasyati, because they have the chance to observe and to see such things. And a very excellent illustration is given by Adi Shankara himself in his works. So Pashu. Pashupati, Lord, because we are human beings, we are just beasts only, and we are taken care of by the gentleman Pashupati. This you won't like, but if you observe, in Christianity, that Supreme Lord is called Shepherd, and the human beings are called sheep only. He is my shepherd, that you will enjoy with the spirit of it. Why? Why don't you understand in a true perspective our system, Indian religion, culture, and all those things? That's unfortunate. Okay. Next one, you can see in other religions and philosophy, they will say that, oh, human being a sinner, you have come to the world. ప్రయాసపడి పాపమును మోసి భారమును మోసుకొంచున్న ప్రజలారా నా యుద్ధకు రండుడి నేను రక్షించదును. They will say you are a sinner. But Indian philosophy never says that you are a sinner. Yes, you are a sinner. Not only you are having sin, you also have done some excellent deeds of piety. But you are having the human body or any other body due to commitment of a pious activity as well as a sinful activity. That's why. And unless you shun out the sins and results of purifying acts or pious acts, punya pape ube vidwan viduya paramam samyam vaiti. Yes, you are eligible for the palace of supreme in the upper world, ether world, only when you shun out your punya and papa. So you have to spend completely the two. That's why you are given the frame of a human being. You have to enjoy the result of punya and papa. Like that, this concept is explained with stories in Agni Purana, Padma Purana, Bhavishyotara, Vishnu Dharma, in every epic, in every Purana. Yes, Vyasa has elaborated. Similarly, in Brahma Sutras also, the great scholars have explained at length. So, don't rally upon Indian culture just being carried away by the wrong notions of simple definitions which you feel that they are definitions. But actually, they are the meanings only. The true perspective you are not following at all. So, yes, you have to spend the life here. Kurvanneveha karmani jijivishet satagum samaha. Remember that one. Okay? Right. Another aspect of Indian philosophy. You observe in other schools of thought, they will say, do this one, don't do it. If you are doing this one, you will be getting this benefit. If you are doing so and so, you will be in hell. Very sternly they will be asking. But in Indian philosophy, nobody declares such harsh statements. They will say, yes, obey the principle. You think of it. And the gurus are mentioning the important points. Then the guru says, Yani anavadyani karmani tani sevitani yani asmakagum sucharitani tani sevitavyani. My dear boy, my dear student, my dear friends, please follow the activities of learned scholars or great people of earlier generation. But remember, don't blindly follow them. Yanyasmakagam sucharitani. If there are activities of piety and purity and selflessness, then follow them. Yani asmakagam sucharitani. Those activities only are to be followed. No itarani. Accidentally, we might have committed some mistake. We might have done something step wrongly taken, or due to selfish motives, or the six propensities. They are called Arishad Varga. Due to that one, we might have committed. Later, we might have repented. So, when such things are there, those pieces try to avoid completely. Yanyasmakagum sucharitani tani sevitavyani. You should follow the best part of that part only, implicitly, obediently, without any question. But if some other wrong aspects are there, try to shun out them, don't follow them. Even if your parents did such thing, your guru, your friend, or people like that, never, 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 please remember that. For this, I have to give an example from Shakuntala. In Kalidasa's Shakuntala, a character enters the scene. He is called Kanchuki, that means attender in ladies' chamber. He is now presently, by the time he entered the scene, he was some 70 or 80 years old fellow. He is not a position to walk quickly, and he is tumbling, and with a hand stick as a support, he is walking, and he says, I joined this profession in my young age. That means when I was in burning spirit, with a burning spirit, at the age of 20 or 25, I joined this profession. I was given posting here. As per my duty, I have to hold a stick, hold a staff, and I have to bow down my head. I should not look up at the ladies. I should walk counting the feet. Then I felt odd. Why I should do that one? I am a robust fellow. why this hand stick is required, why the staff is required. I can observe the entire world very clearly and very happily. I can enjoy. Why should I unnecessarily bow down my head? I felt. But it was a part and parcel of the duty. I followed. I clutched the staff, lowered my head, spoke very politely, like that. Now I have become old. Old age has swallowed me. Old age has swayed me. Now, without hand stick, I cannot walk. Even if I want to raise my head due to nervous weakness, I cannot. I have to lower. Then he says one word. When certain things are not really required, neatly practiced, I have taken the aspect, implicitly followed those, those activities. But now, in old age, yes, a stick is required, hand stick is required. And I have to walk like this only slowly. I have to speak like this only. So at this stage, these activities are not appearing to be odd. Yes, dharma, principle of righteousness also is just like that. When you are young, when you are robust, when you can do anything, any operation as you like, follow dharma, whether you are getting benefit or not out of following that one, just follow it. But after certain stage, when you are not in a position to follow dharma, just when you are pulling up with your life, the whatever activity you have practiced in dharma, that will come to protect you, save you, safeguard you in later life. There is the dialogue of that Kansuki, a tender in the haram in Kalidasa's Shakuntala. Similarly, our tradition has given such beautiful instructions. Yani anavadyani karmani, tani sevitaryani, no yitarani. In mathematics, they will say if and only if. That means if enough, but only if, with stress. So here also say the same thing. No itarani. Yes, follow that one only. Don't follow the other aspects which are packed with pride, ego, or selfish motives, etc. Please remember that one. So, yani asmakagam sucharitani tani sevitavyani no itarani. That's why we are trying to continue our talk in the aspect of this only, according to the Roman, Latin cultures and our culture also. And what are the plus points and what are the minus points? What are the similarities? What are the homologous aspects in these? We want to present you. And never blame, yes, our system. Don't say that our system is packed with the superstitional ideas only. Please remember that one. So check the true spirit of them. Right. Today I want to give you some aspects of some festival occasions which will be following implicitly due to the influence of foreign cultures. For example, one famous festive occasion is there. It's actually a festive occasion in foreign countries, but we will be following that one as something else. That is April 1st, All Fools' Day. Why? Why for that also to making fun of others also you require one day? That's called All Fools' Day. What is the meaning of it? The first day in April, in every year, they will be performing All Fools' Day. It is a traditional day for those foreign countries to perform tricks and pranks, and the particular concept behind it in modern days, the fellows from America and Greek and Rome, they might have forgotten also. The idea behind this festival is somewhat different and peculiar. Similar festival is there in India also. Do you know it? But if I mention the name of the festival, you will be surprised why you are attaching such a great festival to this one. No, the festive occasion is Holi. On Holi, we will be spending time doing so many things. It is Kamadahanam and Manvadalila, so many things. My dear boy, this is mentioned in Agni Purana, Padma Purana, and other Puranas also, and even Nirnaya Sindhu, Dharma Sindhu also. How to perform this Holi, we have to check up. It has mythological root, but we are carried away by historic evidences and historic representations only. That Holi, the festival Holi Day, is observed ever since Krita second part. Yes, during the period of Hiranyakasipu, Hiranyaksha only, the Holi festival had been ushered in the custom. This many people will never identify. On TV programs also, on holiday, they will call some Madanakam Dahanamu, something like that, and the penance of Lord Shiva, Parvati, all those things they will speaking. But why this holy festival is conducted, nobody will be observing. Yes, let me come to All Fools Day. We will be performing with perfect care and honor also. Usually, in the society, all human beings will be living very happily in a society, in a conglomeration. But at times, many times, each person will be having some pent up feelings within his frame. He will not be in a position to give free vent to the ideas or words to be spoken or some activities to be taken up due to either fear, due to something else, or due to the because he wishes to or she wishes to be appear to be decent in the society, all those things. But such pent up feelings will be troubling him in two aspects. One, when he's sleeping, when they are sleeping, in dreams they will come into picture. Or in the daytime also, for simple things also, they'll be losing balance, they'll be blabbering, they'll be shouting. So this one, if this is continued, the society is going to have doom. That's why, according to the concept of Julius Caesar and other places, others one, they have decided one particular day. On that particular day, anybody can speak anything, of course in a polished way and sarcastic way, and he can play a trick, prank, so that other people will be confused. For their confusion, for that innocence, you will be enjoying like this, so that on the particular day, if you continue this one from children to old people, all the pent up feelings which are deposited for one full year, they will be cleared, and you'll be remembering that person whom you don't like. You see, on that day, on Fool's Day, I made him a fool. He suffered a lot, like that he can enjoy. Similarly, you want to be very cordial and cozy with some people, but due to the rank and position or something like that, you cannot. But on this day, you will be having the rapport and the attachment in that one, like that you can enjoy. So for this purpose only, they have introduced April Fool Day, April 1st. Holika and Holi festival also is ushered in exactly in the same manner. That's why April 1st is followed all over the world with great attention. But nowadays, it is crossing certain barriers and borders and playing pranks and other things are creating trouble beyond your expectation. A simple example I shall give you. It happened in some 2007 or 8. By that time, the WhatsApp, Wi-Fi, etc. came into picture, came into vogue, and almost they have become part and parcel of everybody's routine. On April 1st, one fellow has just sent a message. What is the message? I am using your wife. Actually, it is I am using your Wi-Fi for that one. What happened, do you know? The next day, police people have arrested one fellow because he has murdered his wife. The message was sent to the wife's, the husband's phone. I am using your Wi-Fi, that fellow has to send. For a single letter, it has driven Hyderabad to shiver like anything in 2007. In some place, I don't want to mention the place. It happened like that. So, yes, certain occasions will be observed ever since long time, but for that one we have to be careful, little bit careful. Don't cross that one. But April Fool Day, all these things will be performing perfectly. Every New Year will be performing. Any Ugadi, will you be performing? And you will say that Kites Festival, it is brought from China only. We have adopted that one. But Kites Festival is mentioned in Dharmashastra Granthas, in Rigveda also. Not flying kites. It is a different aspect. Like this, every tradition, every festive occasion, yes, they are there. For them, some significance is there, and that significance is packed in Rigveda, Yajurveda, Sama, Atharvana Veda. Along with that, in Mahabharata, you will find, and again in Ramayana, you will find. In the Puranas, you will find in Dharma Shastra Granthas, that is the treatises, books of code of conduct of the society. In those you will find, right? Regarding Holi and other days, other dates, other festival occasions, we shall have in the next episode. Then we'll be going back to other aspects of Indian culture at which our people will be rallying upon, slinging mud at those things. So, sorry, I am harsh, but in order to answer the questions given by my students, my friends who belong to this latest generation, I have to give this information. Swamijis and other people, they can give, but they are not expected to discuss in this line because of the position they are having. So they may read Sanskrit books, but Sringara Shakuntala, they cannot give the example. One Swamiji used to give like that in the beginning. Our Acharya mentioned, Sriman Marangadi Sri Rangacharya, he said, Swami, you can refer any book like that, no problem. But certain examples you should not take. You read the books, no problem. You recite, just you suggest, because you are a prophet, you are a Pitadipati, Swamiji. From you, audience should not expect such things like that. It happened in way back in 86 or 85, if I remember correctly. Like that. That's why they cannot speak these things. They can suggest. But people like us, after all, we are living in a normal society with the families and children, we can give. That's why I am harsh in that aspect when I am explaining. And again, this will be continued in the next episode. Yes, I know where I have stopped. I remember that one. I am not deviating from the track. Thank you very much for your attention. Now, I shall proceed to the other one in the next episode. Till then,